Hey man, like most of us know that we're always looking for that one indicator because I really want to have one or two tools in my pocket for manual trading. So I have a couple of indicators that I'm using right now for my 4-hour trading and things of that nature. So I decided to test another one, and this is, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, but it's Agimat, I guess FX, and I've gotten some mixed reviews on it, so I decided to start trading it myself. And today was the first day of my test where I did fairly well, but again, the jury is still out with these guys. So let's take a look at what it says. This is a whole new website. You have to go to it yourself. The address again, just go ahead and Google that, Agimat or Agimatfx. And this is a scalping system, Now here's a guy right here that went through a whole week of training, and I think he blew his account. At least that's what he says in this video. I'll leave the link down below so you can look at the video yourself. But one of the problems that I generally have with other people testing things, I have different needs. In other words, whenever I'm looking at a system, I've got to take into account that it needs to be very simple, no more than 3 filters. The reason for that is I am, and this is not making fun of myself or others, being 61 years old, and plus with some, I'm just going to say this quote unquote, dyslexia and a little touch of ADD, certain systems just won't keep my attention, and I'll just tend to forget and drift off into never land. But let's take a look at what some of the people said. Well, this guy said he blew an account. Another person I was looking at, he was actually showing his trades and he did well. But one thing that we have to remember, that different indicators, different EAs, they work with different brokers. They work with different market conditions. So I'm looking at it, I take it for face value, then I tend to test it myself. Even people here were saying that, hey man, I won't buy anything that this guy, well, here it is. Stay away from anything Algomat related. Dennis is not a trader, but a salesperson. He's a scam artist. Now, you're going to get people saying that. But for me, I actually watched this guy trade. I'm using that with air quotes because anything can be manipulated. And I just said, like, you know what? That seems awfully simple for me if I follow these rules, and I may be able to make some money. So today was the first day, and I'm going to share my unbiased opinion with you. All right, for me, today was a pretty good day, so I'm going to share, especially for the first time that I've ever traded this thing. I'm quite impressed with myself because normally it doesn't end up this way. But I took from my time zone. I think this is right around 8:15. And there was no news, so I had to make sure that I wasn't trading around or before or right after news times. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 trades. I won. Out of those 15, I won 12. I lost 3. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Since I was a little tentative, I didn't want to trade the way the not the inventor, but the programmer, the way he trades, because I trade with a stop loss and he says that we don't. But let me show you exactly what his system looks like. Let me move this out of the way. This is it in a nutshell. You have these peaks, right? These peaks and valleys. These things do they do repaint, and that's fine. Repainting is fine. I just want to show you what's the highest high of the day and what the lowest of the day or the time period that we're working in. This is 5 minutes. So I like the scalping. I like the activity. And what happens is between these two, there will be signals that pop up. I'll show you this. There will be signals that pop up in between. All right. Like this is a signal, this is a signal, this is a signal, this is a signal, but you don't take every signal. You have to make sure that you filter it through the rules. So that's what I did. Let's take a look at it here. So rule 1, it has to be, let's see, no, it doesn't show everything here, but as a matter of fact, I'll try to record some live trades tomorrow. But So a signal may run here, it may say down. If the signal says up, you're not going to take the signal. So there are filters to his particular signals. And then it also has what they call, let's look here, they call this a future predictor. The future predictor may point up, it may point down, it may go sideways. And I think this is where you have to have a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive feel about the market. That's why that guy, the guy who started this whole thing, that's why he can trade at almost 100%. He's always bragging about it. And look below, and I'll send you straight to his YouTube. I want to be totally transparent, but he says that he's almost 100%, pretty close to 100% wins. And I can see how he can do that because he knows how to read this better than anyone else. And then they have other rules about not outside the daily range, things of that nature. And here's another thing. He's scalping for anywhere between 3 to 5 pips at a time. Now, very seldom did it hit my TP. I'm going to show you here. What I did is I traded with a 15 pip stop loss. I wouldn't want it to hit the 15 pip stop loss. I just moved that out of the way so I wouldn't be taken out or they wouldn't stop hunt me, right? But I'm not going to walk away from my computer while I'm in a trade on a 5-minute time frame. It's just not going to happen. So if I get some indications that it's going to reverse, I'm going to get the hell out of it. Or if I don't have enough confidence, which I don't now, to let it go all the way down to my 5 pip TP, I'm not going to do it. And you can tell here, guys, I was trading with, look at this, 0.5. What is that? $5, $5 a pip. Now, when you look at my wins, I'm just getting out with 1 to 3 pips for most of them. This one hit a TP, this one hit a TP, this one hit a TP. I'm just not there yet where I have that sort of confidence. Now, what happened here, I was up in these 3 hours. I think it's a little less than 3 hours that I was trading. Yeah, a little less than 3 hours I was trading. I was up like 120 bucks. And on these last 2 trades, I decided to just let it run to the stop loss, or pretty close to the stop loss, or I got some sort of reversal signal. That's what happened. So I ended the day with $57.50. And guys, again, this was my first day. I don't know much about this indicator, but it's one of the very first indicators that I walked away on my first day with a win. And what that tells me is that it's pretty simple in concept. It's pretty simple for me to line up those 3 items before I get into a trade. And I also learned that I can actually tell the strength of this future. All right, full disclaimer again. There's another indicator that that I like. So with this particular indicator, I combine the two. So if you look at, for each pair, I have 2 here. One with my old indicator. On here, this is called dollar pips. And what I would do is go back and forth. This is the same indicator that they have as far as their peak. So this was the high for the day. And I would go back and forth on these because sometimes this shows a reversal quicker than the pure indicator does. So that's the only difference. Is I'll look at this for future indicator. This one down here says future trend. So I'll look at this, and this is supposed to project where the market is going. This is supposed to project where the market is going. Sometimes these two aren't aligned. They don't need to be aligned for me to take the trade because this is the number one and this is my secondary. And then I'll do this for even a backup for those. So these were my results. So far, so good. I'll try to have something that's a little bit clearer tomorrow, but not bad at all. And again, it's only 57 bucks, but you know what we do with Forex, we always scale up once we are comfortable. All right, guys, go out there and make some real money. So far, so good.